Good evening. Welcome to today's daily resolution. Yeah, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting ready to head to the airport here pretty soon. I want to knock this out before traffic delays, airport, whatever. So the past 3 days have been very interesting. Leadership class started out with the foundational stuff, and that's the day I was like, I'm not really sure if I need this. Reality is, it's always a good reminder to get back in there and look at the basics, look at the foundation. Look at the building blocks from which you started, whether it was 6 months ago or 16 years ago, doesn't matter. It's always good to go back and review the basics. Day 2 taught us a lot about finance, and I was surprised by that. That took me back for a second, but it was very well put together. Those are the metrics by which we strive for, and everybody needs to be aware of a company's financials. And the instructor opened up with, it's really no different than this company budget and your home budget. Reality is most people don't do a budget, but they should. And the only difference is the number of zeros at the end of the first number, right? How many digits after that? It's really just numbers. That's all it is. But you should have a goal that you have money left over at the end of your paycheck, and for investments and reinvesting in your family and your budget and so on and so forth. And the company does the same thing. So it was important to, I'm not a finance guy, I'm not an accounting guy, so it was just nice to have that background. I had a very high level of it before, and trust me, this was fairly high level too, but it was just a better understanding. And then day 3, talked about the several different types of leaders, and we went through some scenarios, and I never gave it too much thought. I head into a situation, I've been leading the same way that I've always been leading, and I think I'm a pretty good judge of character, and I think I'm a pretty good judge of knowing how to handle situations. This really just kind of got more in my face, where I might present my leadership styles as more of a nuanced style and subtle changes. Just really stuck it right in your face and said, in this situation, maybe you would lead this way. In this situation, maybe you would lead that way. All in all, it was a great class. I'm glad that I came. I made some great contacts, people that I will be keeping in touch with in the future. A gentleman said this morning at breakfast, he said we should all come together again in about 3 years and see how things have worked out. I thought that was an interesting comment. I know it'll never happen, but it is an interesting thought. And again, I'm just happy to be working for a company that looks at its employees in general. This just happened to be a leadership course, but there's tons of courses for everybody, and to take the time in developing their leaders. Just nice to have a company that's behind you and supports you and has no qualms with sending you off for a week of training and development. So there's my leadership course all wrapped up into one. You got any questions, ask. And thanks for tuning in and watching. I will be posting this later on tonight. So y'all have a good one, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.